But my hope will never die.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Giga here, and today I'll be bringing you guys a GFX tutorial, and this is for my 800 subscribers special. And since this has been the far by the most requested GFX tutorial video slash also 800 subscribers special, so today I'll be showing guys on how to extrude in C40 and posing. So you guys might have seen other videos out there on posing and extruding, and there's like Pops, I believe, yeah. Popeye, or aka Pops, he made extruding tutorial, but some people said it was a bit confusing. So I'm gonna fix some of that error, and hopefully mine's will be more like clear, so you guys understand what I'm doing. So what today I'll be showing you guys in extruding. Most people don't know what that means. It pretty much means like making something more 3D and staying out. Like for example, this render right here, which I'm moving up and down right now. That render is non-extruded, and when I say about extruded render is on the far right or left render where everything is 3D. If you zoom in and here, the hair's like far right the most 3D part, which I really like about the hair. So, and then this arms are more 3D with the ring there, and then also the shoes, especially the shoes. But hair is usually the biggest part, and you can see a huge difference between these two renders and see the quality and how like the difference. It just makes it look more professional. More professional renders are just the base. So what you want to aim for. So what you want to do is I'm just gonna hide this render on the right that's extruded. So click on that. Okay, never mind, that does not work. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it there, but we're gonna try to ignore that as well as we can, I guess. But okay, I'm gonna put this 000. Alright, I'm gonna delete this one right now. As of right now, I'm gonna be pulling this audio to the side. So when I'm gonna show you guys the difference, I'm gonna show you guys on the difference of those two. So what you want to do is once you click on the FMR, which I use HRB's FMR, so it's a pretty good, neat FMR. I'm not gonna expose it because it's kind of private slash not private, because like he said it on his Twitter. So yeah, that's a hint, hint, hint. But you want to find your Minecraft skin. If you can't find your own Minecraft skin, as in this template, you might want to go on Nova Skin. It's like one of this Minecraft similar to Skin Stealer, but more efficient and useful. So you can also make posing there, but I recommend C4D because obviously posing on other websites are stupid and they're really bad. No offense, but so you want to find your skin. You want to drag it in on the skin part, and which I'm not gonna change the skin because we're sticking with this skin. It's really shaded skin, so I really like it. So when I click on it, you want to click on 5.0 options right here. And then you want to drag in a skin. Once you've done that, you can drag in a cape if you want. I'm not going to really teach you guys about the cape in that advanced stuff with the cape because that's a bit, it's a bit far ahead and you don't need to really extrude this cape all the time. So, yep, I'm going to click on the FMR and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to see this stuff. Now, if your skin has any of these layers, just you're gonna have to find and see, uncheck and check these boxes, see if you have any of these layers. You wanna check the layers that you have, and what you wanna do for a second thing is you wanna click on layers under attributes. You wanna uncheck the 5.0 body and the 5.0 joints. So those two keys, so they're all great. Click back to attributes. You wanna go to HRB and see, or whatever FMR. You want to click on a plus, and then you want to click on head. You want to click also plus on a head. I'm just going to move this away right there. There you go. Okay, now it looks normal. Now, I'm going to, if you don't have extrude underscore mesh hat nor head, like the dots are still red, make sure to check those two dots so it turns it actually turns on, so now you can see the extruding head. So what you want to do next is you want to click on extrude underscore mesh hat. And then what you want to do is you want to memorize these 30 coordinates, which is pretty far easy. So click on it. You want to move it to the left or right. It's your opinion and personal preference. You want to click on extrude underscore mesh head with the gray dots. And then you want to click on the last selection, which is shortcut 9. If you want to hover over, you can see shortcuts and hold control. Yeah. And you want to choose a polygon tool. Now, this is the extruding part. And this is pretty, some people like doing extruding, some people don't, but I'm just gonna check something. Alright, so that works. So if your skin has like eyes, something really like that, similar to this, you want to select the eyes. Make sure when you're selecting, you want to click and hold shift while selecting. Or if you're not gonna hold shift, it's really not gonna remember and it's gonna reselect like that. So you want to always make sure. The biggest problem people are doing is not holding shift, which causes problems. So hold shift on both, and you can change the brush size by clicking on your bracket keys. If you don't know what that is, I might maybe put a image or something in the description. But yeah, so here my keyboard clicking, guys. So once you got those two selected, what you wanna do is you wanna click backspace on your keyboard. Clicking delete sometimes delete the extrude underscore mesh head for people. So click backspace if you have that key or something, whatever you click on. And then the eyes should be right color. If they're not the right color, you want to go 5.0 options. You could change the right pupil, all that stuff. Pretty self-explanatory stuff, unless you guys don't know. But what you want to do next is you want to select the face. So I'm just going to select this part. This is called the face, which we call it. And I don't know why it selects this part, so I'm just going to remove this part that's being selected. Probably not going to happen to you guys. It's probably just this rig. It's a bit glitchy, and my C40 is always buggy. So what you want to do is select entire face. So that's also part of the face. So is this part. Okay, we want to select that part. Now, what you want to do is same things. You want to click on backspace. Make sure you hold it shift when you're selecting. Oh, and I see this part. So you want to click on that and then click backspace. So once you think you have removed our face, at least by clicking backspace, you want to hold Control A, and this is what happens. It selects your hair. It's only the hair, and if you have a different skin, it really depends on what you're selecting. But in this process or this skin, I'm gonna be selecting the hair. So you want to Control A, so it's not selecting any of the what's it called? What do you guys call it? The face. Yeah, you don't want to make the face so fat. So you want to select Control A. You want to click D on your keyboard as in dog. You want to click on the maximum angle. Change that to 91. And then that's always, you have to choose 91 all the time. And this is what you can play around with. I personally don't like 5 because it's too much. Don't like 1 because you could barely tell a difference. Like, bruh. And then I think 3 is like the minimum average. So once you got that, you want to click on it. And you want to click enter, or you could click apply right here, which is manual. And you see like how the face here it's being selected. That's why I have to reselect. And I'm gonna have to. There's gonna be some issues here. Wait, hold on. What am I doing? Oh gosh, I don't know what just happened. This is not usual, but hold on. Let me reselect this. Oh my gosh, holy moly! What is going on, guys? What is... Okay, there you go. I was like, what was happening? That was really weird, but yeah, you got the hair. You want to Control A, change this, click apply. Now, you might be seeing this problem. I never really have this problem. I'm not so sure why it's doing this. It's really weird how it's doing this to me, but I believe you guys shouldn't have this problem. It's probably just me that's having this problem. So I'm just going to deselect this part. Sadly, for the purpose of this, you want to do that. You want to select and just don't mind that buggy part. I don't know why it's happening to me today. It shouldn't usually happen. So you want to have that selected, and then you want to go click on extrude underscore mesh hat if you have a hat layer. Go back to same tools, and then what you want to do now is I usually just what's it called, extrude this part. So the hat, since I do have a hat right here. So what you want to do is you want to click UL on your keyboard, and I'm gonna select this. Actually selects rows for you, so you don't need to go manually like selecting this and then maybe this. It takes just too long. It's too long. So that's why I'm gonna do this like this way, the pro style. Control U. I'm at UL, and then you wanna, once you select that, see this part I don't want to extrude, so I'm gonna hold Control. The parts that you want to deselect, you want to hold Control over them. Okay, there you go. And Control Z is the most common way of undoing things. Okay, this part I'm actually gonna have to can't do UL because when you're selecting that extruding, you don't want to extrude this blank spot. For some reason, it just messes up the extruding, so you don't want to extrude that. So I'm gonna hold shift on this 100th lane. There you go. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this part. So it's gonna take a while, but all you gotta do is extrude the hair. Okay. Not the hair, the head. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough for extruding. Nope, I missed one part. Never mind. I keep missing parts. I don't know why. Okay. You guys pretty much got this. And if you're a master then at it, then great. So you need to find some masters out there. Okay. Yep, I forgot. You want to click back and then I've select that part. Okay, good. I'm gonna select that part. Okay then, because I'm getting a bit confused right now with this extruding. You want to click on D, and I usually set the hat layer to like 5. It's a bit big, but once you get used to it, it's actually not that big, to be honest. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm saying like to be honest a lot of times. I just say that all the time. I don't know why. It's like a habit, which you don't want to have any habits in life. Okay, deselect that. Control, select this. Okay, no, I don't want to select the hair. That's part of the hair, I believe. Yeah, it is. Okay, no, I want to select this part. And deselect. This is a pain, but have to do it. Okay, there. Now you want to do the same thing. I'm going to set this to 4. I think 4 is good. Nah, let's set this to 3. I think 3 makes it look better. Okay, that's good. Alright. Hopefully no more glitches this time, but what you want to do next is you want to select the hair. So I'm just going to select it normally. And there's a trick on how I do this hair. You see how like the hair's a huge style right here, like where some parts are pointing out, some parts aren't. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do a hairstyle, which I'm really not that good at because I still don't have my own styles. But they're still pretty good to, be creative and create your own styles. So I really have I kind of have like a main thing that I do for my style. So hold shift and then click on D, offset. I set this to 5, and sometimes what happens is this happens where like everything is just weird. So what you want to do is you want to select this tool and this tool, or you can hover and see shortcuts. You want to move it up with those arrows, and then I'm going to click on this point. So I'm going to fixing some of this buggy places that you gotta fix. There's nothing really you can do to fix this. You're just gonna have to do this and wait some time. So okay, I'm gonna try to get this as perfect as you can. And once you think you're perfect, you wanna see this. You wanna make sure you extrude it. Now you wanna randomly, I don't know, think of a shape. Like probably not. Maybe this. Yeah, this is a pretty good shape. I'm just gonna use this shape. It's like the part of your hair, and then you wanna change offset to 3. Now don't want it to be 5 again because it's gonna be a bit too much. Everyone always tells me that, so that's why it's only on 5. Now what you wanna do is I'm gonna select this part, and I'm gonna do a style. So I think I'm gonna do it like this time. That's good. Select that as 3. And then you want to do same exact things here. And if you have any questions in the comment section, just please comment down below. I don't not mind answering any questions that you guys have. Some YouTubers do, but I'm not one of those big YouTubers that like don't have any time. I usually try to spend enough time with you guys. So I'm gonna extrude this last point. Whoa, okay, I don't know what just happened. And click apply. Okay, so that's pretty much how you extrude and the basics, and everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So when you want to click on this coordinates, make sure it's 0, 25, 0, because that's usually coordinates. Unless you put your render somewhere else, don't position the render anywhere else once you're done. And the head looks a bit big, but you get used to it. And sometimes if you want to change the size, you can always click on this tool, and then you want to select both. And you just change the size. Okay, maybe that's too big. I'm gonna set it to normal because I like big, well, not really big heads, but once you're done with that, you wanna click on mesh, open it up, and you have mesh body. Now, what I usually do is I move the arms to the side so you can actually see a whole body. Click on mesh body, and then you can extrude. Same thing, and so yeah, what you gotta do is that same exact thing that I teach you. So I'm just gonna Control A. I usually just deselect this part, but this is just an example, by the way, guys. And now you could do all that crazy stuff around this body. And even the feet, it's always right here. So if you have a second layer, it's always on the underscore too. It's you guys can find out hopefully. But so yeah, I'll be meeting you guys once I finish extruding, which I'm probably gonna delete this. This is why I have an extra copy, so I don't waste time creating another render. Okay, make sure you're back at these tools, by the way, guys, because it's always important to have those tools there when you're extruding. Okay, alright, so once you got finished done extruding render, I kind of glitched out that part. I couldn't fix it really. But once you're done extruding render and everything, and so you're ready to do some posing, which is the fun part. Well, not really for some people. Most people don't like, C4D posing, but I feel like it's pretty neat and cool, to be honest. Alright, so what you want to do is you've got your render here, and you want to think of a pose. And I usually start out with my pose. I click on R on my keyboard, which is this shortcut. You can always do it manually. I like auto using keys. I just like keys all the time. So once you got that, you want to click on this part, and you want to move it down. I usually click on the first part, by the way, guys. When I click on this part, and I usually move it down a bit like that, and I think that looks pretty nice. And then I usually choose this part, and then depending on your pose that you're trying to do, I'm just gonna make this pose like that. Yeah, okay. And the feet are a bit weird, so you wanna like move around with the feet, and then you also wanna play around with the 5.0 body options, because having feet on, I usually keep it off because I don't like it on, because it messes it up and makes it look weird. Okay, I'm gonna Control Z that, and I'm gonna click on this part. This is where you actually move the feet. So, okay, I think this is a pretty good so far. I'm gonna move this here. No, move it there. Okay, there you go. And I'm gonna choose this part if I can. Okay, yep, it's working with me. All right, finally C4D, you're working with me today. Alright, that's nice so far. You want to do other things you can try to do, like I usually move this arm right here, and then I'm trying to make the render like lean a bit, to the side, so move it like that. Yeah, that's a good pose right there. That's what I'm talking about, bros. Okay, I'm gonna click on E, which is a shortcut. Whoopsies, that was a fail, but okay, I'm gonna put a sword. I'm thinking of putting a sword here or there. Yeah, I'm gonna put a sword here. Click R, and I'm gonna, oh snap, okay, click R, and then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna put a sword there. So what you wanna do is any folder, and you wanna download rigs. And for me, I usually prefer just any rig right here. So I have a lot of things downloaded, and I'll be just choosing unlike a pack or something. I'm gonna choose this armor pack made by Scorpy, so you can also buy it anytime you want, but I'm just gonna use it as of right now. Just check. Which sword looks good? Meh. This is a hard decision. Okay, you know what? These two look nice. I'm gonna try using this one, seeing what it looks like. You always want to mess around, see what swords look like in reality, seeing if it matches your skin. Also, it's the most important part. Alright, I think this is good enough. I'm gonna click on this. You also click on coordinates. I'm gonna change the size. Okay, you know what? Since I can't, I'm gonna have to click on this cube. I'm gonna change the size here. Okay, that's a huge sword, I think. I don't know. Now you want to click on rotate. I'm gonna try to see the degrees. You gotta use some, math, guys. Okay, angle it, and then click E, and then I'm gonna drag it where the hand is. So I think it's right here. Yep, it's right here. Okay, and R, and then there you go. It's a nice looking sword there. Okay, right there. That's good. You know what? I'm gonna move this sword a bit over there. And then maybe over here. Move it down a bit. Okay, seeing if this pose looks good enough. Oh, snap. You know what? I'm gonna have to move it down here a bit. And then that's almost done, I think. It's a bit dark here because of Lightroom. Because just for you guys' opinions. And then I think what I'm gonna do is you want to open up HRB, and then you want to open up bones. And this is a big mess right here, but you want to find control arm right or left, whichever's part you want the sword to be. And you guys will see this is a pretty cool thing. You want to drag it under your left hand once you open up the control, and then left arm, left hand, left elbow, left hand, and then you got this. Now make sure you click on the two green dots so it actually renders out the sword. It's probably not going to render out the sword. I don't know why. So what this does is when you're moving the arm, the sword also goes with it. So that's something that actually most of like the people that do graphics actually don't know. So something new you guys might have learned from this tutorial if you're someone that's good at graphics. But okay, there you go. I think I'm gonna do this pose actually. You know what? It's a bit dark here. I don't know what just happened, but here. I'm gonna move this forward a bit, and then click on this, move it there. Okay, that's good. I think that's good. The sword looks dark in my screen, but it's actually not, so it's good. I think what I'm gonna fix is the bodies. Make it look like that. And then I'm gonna maybe add an expression. I mean, you always want to add expression, but okay. You know what? I'm gonna move this arm down a bit, and then let's see. You know what? I think I got something I can do with this. I'm gonna move this forward, and then right here. This is a hard decision on where I should put the sword. Yep, right there. Alright, that's good. And then put it right there. Ooh, wheeze. What is this? Yep, you know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna put it there as of this tutorial. So, looks pretty good. Pretty good render. I'm usually just gonna add expression. So you want to click on these little dots. If you're a beginner at this, you might want to learn this later, unless you want to try. And I don't. It's really hard to click on these white dots, depending on your FMR. But you have to click on this little circle usually, if it works. And then I can usually make the eyes look over there. Yep, that's good. And then what I usually do is I actually make a mouth expression. Which one was it? Yep, that was this one. Alright, I jinxed it. Okay, I'm gonna just make a little mouth expression, but not anything that's really hard and confusing. Because I don't want to make this tutorial too confusing for you guys. Okay, that's a really good render right there, and I'm just gonna add some minor fixes to the what's it called? Not the legs, but the feet, because they're a bit off track. But so once you got your render, I'm just gonna do a random camera pose, and I think this camera angle is nice. Or this camera angle is good. Okay, so once you got your thing, what you want to do is you want to click on this edit render settings, and then you want to choose render settings, and this is Vane's Lightroom, so that's all render settings. I'm not gonna showcase my I'm not gonna showcase my legit own private render settings, so just for information, I'm not gonna showcase that. Maximum samples 100, you know what, 150. Let's go with this. Let's do this, guys. I'm just gonna make it a bit high settings, but these aren't my settings. So once you got all that settings done, you wanna find a place to save it. You can set up, play around with the output, and I'm rendering 4K, which is a big resolution. It literally takes almost forever. That's why it takes me a while to make my renders, but I usually have a render folder, and I name it Expert Andrew, which is his name actually, outro. So this is going to be his outro render. So that's really all about it for this graphics tutorial. And what you want to do is you can click on this. This is a fast render. You see, it's not going to really, it's probably going to take a while since I'm recording, but you want to click on that to fully render, and then it's going to render out. Usually it takes a long time, like this, but that's really about it for this graphics tutorial. Hopefully you guys learned something new from this tutorial. If not, then you might wanna, I actually don't know, but so hopefully you guys enjoyed this graphics tutorial for my 800 subscribers special, and we're heading towards that 1K subscribers, which is really awesome, and I can't wait till our 1K subscriber special montage, or I'm probably gonna make a montage for 900 subs. But there's a lot of planning we gotta do, guys. And thank you for all the support, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next tutorial or so. Peace.